Elliot. Welcome to my home and studio. I like to work in series because I enjoy exploring different topics and different ideas. So I have several series going now. My natural botanicals are an expression of my love for nature, which lifts me out of all the trials of life that seem so important and dire, and reminds me that we're part of a great, immense mystery. Imaginary botanicals are my musings of botanical life in alternate realities. This series is really about the power of curiosity, imagination, and wonder. My offerings are inspired by the teachings of the Buddha. We live in such an I want culture with incessant advertising pushing on us to want even more. With this series of work, I want to offer reminders of the spiritual healing and peace that comes through gratitude and generosity. For the past few years, I've been deeply involved in my Questionable Food series, which addresses food issues of today, such as the argued effects of GMOs, pesticides, the effects of sugar and over-processing of foods, treatment of animals, etc. With this work, I want to urge viewers, and definitely including myself, to question what's being called food and to make healthier choices while asking food manufacturers to do better. A brand new series is Ours, that's O-U-R-S, which supports and celebrates women's right to choose what happens with our own bodies. While we're here, I thought I'd show you a few of my favorite things around the studio. This piece was made by Masami Koda, who was my interpreter when I taught in Nijima, Japan last year. Masami is a beautiful, sensitive artist and a lovely person, and I quite fell in love with her. She made this piece for the auction at the end of our class, and I snatched it up. She called it Hanging in There. This little dog is maneuvering all these tricky situations in life. I really love it as a memory of my time with Masami. In 2012, I taught flameworking at Pilchuck Glass School while James Mongrain taught glass blowing. We made this piece together for class demonstrations. I made these tiny flowers, fruits, and leaves, and Jim put them on this elaborate goblet. Even though neither of us would put this out in the world, it's one of my treasures because it's just a memory of an exciting, humbling, incredible experience. I really like this collection of stuff. I'm a plant person, not much of an animal person, but I really love plants. And early when I was doing glass sculpture and making my natural botanical series, this wall was packed with plant parts that I used as models. There were days when my husband would come with me up to this country road near our house, and he would drive, and I had the back of the hatch open, and he would stop so I could hop out and grab plant stuff and put it in the back of my car. So I just packed all that stuff here. This is a really cool example. I found this really interesting pod with these big swoopy leaves, and I made this, which is part of one of my offerings pieces. I used this pile of kelp as a model for another of my offerings pieces. I cast my husband's hand, and he's offering a pile of kelp. This is just some of my favorite stuff in my studio. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the studio tour. Thank you very much for watching.